Today, we recognize the late great Rosa Parks and honor the legacy she left when she so bravely refused to give up her seat on an Alabama bus in 1955. This defiant act gives voice to millions in their fight against injustice and intolerance, and led to the Montgomery bus boycott, a boycott of city buses by 42,000 African Americans, which lasted 381 days, ending when the Supreme Court ruled that segregation on city buses was unconstitutional in 1956. Rosa Parks and her refusal to accept these blatant acts of injustice serves as a lasting symbol that one person can have an outsized impact on history. Her courageous act has inspired millions of others to take their own actions and help lead to a better nation. May we always keep her pursuit for justice in mind as we continue to work toward a more fair and just society. We're fortunate to be joined today by the former council member, the Honorable Cherie Branson from the Montgomery County branch of the NAACP to accept the proclamation. Whereas Ms. Rosa Louise McCauley Parks is an American hero, her courage and moral clarity in the face of bigotry and oppression highlighted the civil rights movement and inspired millions to stand up for fundamental fairness. And whereas on December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man on a Montgomery, Alabama bus, and her silent, determined defiance gave voice to millions in their fight against injustice and intolerance. And whereas Ms. Parks' arrest sparked the December 5th boycott of city buses by 42,000 African Americans, which helped change the course of America. And whereas this act was called the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted 381 days and ended on December 21st, 1956, with the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that segregation on city buses was unconstitutional. And whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had formed the Montgomery Improvement Association and led to the mass movement of the bus boycott, propelling the nonviolent resistance into what would be called the civil rights movement. And whereas Rosa Parks' heroism that day showed that one person can change the course of history and inspire the change in the hearts of a nation. She's remembered as the mother of the civil rights movement. And during her life, she said, "I'd like for everybody to remember me as a person who wanted to be free." Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognizes December 1st, 2021 as Rosa Parks Day in Montgomery County. We urge all our residents to remember Ms. Parks' indefatigable commitment to a better world and her fearless will to battle injustice at tremendous risk to herself for the sake of the greater good. We must continue the movement toward a more fair and just society for all, presented on the 7th day of December. Thank you. Ms. Branson.
Hi, thank you very much. I'd like to point out that this county does have a Rosa Parks Middle School, which is a great thing. So we have honored Ms. Parks before, but on a personal note, I'd like to, remind people that following her actions in Montgomery, she was forced to leave her home. She had to relocate. She ended up in Michigan, where she had family and other relatives. And for many, many years, Ms. Parks was a congressional staffer. She worked for John Conyers in his Michigan office. So she not only sacrificed, she sacrificed for years as a result of taking this stand. She stood up, as the saying goes, when she sat down, she stood up for all of us. So, I thank the council, for recognizing Ms. Parks. I hope that the memory of her true sacrifice, not just the, Hallmark glow version of her life, is truly remembered, and that we all understand that leadership, the ability to make change, sometimes comes at great personal cost. And Ms. Parks definitely paid the price. We should always remember what she did. On behalf of the Montgomery County NAACP, I want to thank you all for honoring her today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Branson. I'm so pleased to learn that Branch President Linda Plummer is with us as well. Linda, if you have any remarks you want to add, we're so glad you're here.
I'm not sure Linda's in a position where she can speak.
Okay.
That's the problem. But she is here. I just wanted to note that she is here.
Terrific. We're so glad she's here. Okay, well, thank you all so much for everything you continue to do every day to give us a better county and a better world.
Thank you, Mr. President. If I could just say one quick thing.
Councilmember Jawanda.
So thankful, and I think it's important to point out that just this year, there's 12 federal holidays Terry Sewell and Representative Terry Sewell and a few others introduced a bill to make December 1st a federal holiday in honor of Rosa Parks. And I certainly would love to see that happen. I think it'd be appropriate. So really thankful for you bringing this up, and glad we're able to honor her in this way. Thank you.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you so much, Ms. Branson.
Thank you.